You are standing in your flat when the lights snap off and the city goes silent like a throat cut. The air feels colder within minutes, as if a thief is sucking heat straight out of your bones. Outside, car alarms die one by one and the darkness presses against the windows like a living thing. Your phone screen glows for a moment. Then the signal bar drops to nothing. No lifts, no heating, no water pressure, no help on the way. This is not a movie blackout. This is a system failure with teeth. And if you treat it like a minor inconvenience, you become part of the casualty list. You quickly realize the first danger is not panic, it is the false calm that makes you wait. Waiting means your body temperature starts bleeding away like money from a ripped pocket. In a British winter, an unheated flat can drop below 10 degrees Celsius in a few hours, and hypothermia begins its quiet work. Your hands lose strength, your thinking slows, your judgment turns soft and stupid. You think you can just sit tight and ride it out. That is how people freeze in their own living rooms. But there is a way to fight back right now, with what you already have. First step, trap your heat before it runs like a coward and turn your home into a thermal bunker. Close every door, block every gap, and shrink your living space to one room. Hang blankets, coats, even curtains over windows and door frames to kill drafts. No blankets, no problem. Mattresses and sofa cushions work like giant sponges for warmth. Your goal is simple physics. Reduce the volume of air you must heat and stop convection stealing it. A smaller, sealed space can stay several degrees warmer, and those degrees are the line between shivering and shutting down. Next, turn your own body into a portable furnace instead of a leaking radiator. Layer your clothes like insulation on a house, thin layers first, bulky layers outside, and something to stop wind. No thermals, use cotton shirts, towels, even bin bags with holes for arms to block air movement. Keep your head and neck covered because up to 30% of heat can vanish there. Eat something fatty or sugary because digestion is fuel for your internal fire. Yes, you may look ridiculous, but ridiculous and warm beats stylish and dead every time. Now comes the part most people ignore, and it is a killer. Moisture. Sweat and damp clothes drain heat faster than cold air, like a vampire with a straw. If you worked, carried, or panicked, you probably sweated, and that moisture is now your enemy. Change into dry clothes, even if they are pajamas or yesterday's laundry. No dry clothes, wrap yourself in paper, newspapers, or cardboard to create a dry barrier layer. Dry air plus insulation keeps heat, wet fabric turns you into a walking fridge, and physics does not negotiate. Finally, gather your family into one heat core and share warmth like animals in a storm. Bodies radiate heat, and two people under one blanket can stay significantly warmer than one alone. If you have children, put them in the middle, because smaller bodies lose heat faster. No blankets, use coats, curtains, sleeping bags, anything that traps air. This is not about comfort, it is about survival math and basic thermodynamics. You are building a human battery, and every minute you delay, that battery drains closer to zero. You realize the second fatal mistake is trusting the tap, because in a city blackout water pressure can die without warning and leave you dry and helpless. If you keep flushing and washing like nothing happened, you empty the system and your own reserves in hours. Next step, fill every container you own while there is still flow, bottles, pots, kettles, even the bath if you can. No clean containers, use buckets, bins lined with bin bags, anything that can hold liquid without leaking. Water is weight and life, and an adult needs roughly 2 to 3 liters a day just to function, more in stress and cold. The logic is simple chemistry and biology. Dehydration thickens your blood, slows your brain, and turns small problems into fatal ones. Save it now, because once the pipes go silent, you will not magic it back. Now comes the mistake that gets flats burgled in the first night, making your home look alive and careless in a dead city. Light leaking through windows is like ringing a dinner bell in the dark, telling everyone you have power or supplies. Next step, black out your own blackout. Cover windows with thick fabric, cardboard, foil, anything that blocks glow. No curtains, use bin bags taped over the glass, they work like crude blackout blinds. Keep torches and candles low and shielded, light pointed at the floor or walls, never straight out. This is basic criminal psychology. People move toward light because it signals resources and safety. Stay invisible, and you become just another dark box in a sea of dark boxes, not a target. Another silent killer is cooking and heating the wrong way, turning your shelter into a gas chamber. In a power cut, People light barbecues, camping stoves, or candles in sealed rooms and poison themselves with carbon monoxide. Next step, if you must use flame, ventilate, crack a window, keep air moving, and never sleep with fire burning. No stove, use chemical hand warmers. Hot water bottles filled from a kettle while power lasts, or even warm bricks wrapped in cloth. Carbon monoxide is odorless and deadly, and a few hundred parts per million can knock you out before you feel a thing. The science is brutal. It binds to your blood far stronger than oxygen and suffocates you from the inside. Heat is good, poison is not, and the difference is one small flow of fresh air. Then there is the mistake of wasting battery like it grows on trees, scrolling and checking news every 5 minutes. Phones and torches are lifelines, not toys, and when they die, your world shrinks to whatever you can touch. Next step, switch everything to low power, airplane mode, and only check updates at set times. No power banks, use old phones as torches, car chargers if your vehicle is accessible, even a laptop battery as a temporary hub. Electricity is stored energy, and once it is gone, you are back in the 19th century. The logic is simple physics. Every screen drains chemical potential, and that potential is finite. Treat your battery like a ration, not entertainment, and it will still be there when you truly need it. Security is the next trap. Assuming your door and a polite society will keep you safe when the grid is down. Darkness and stress change people, and a locked door is only a suggestion without reinforcement. Next step, barricade smart. Move heavy furniture behind entry points. Create noise traps with bottles or metal that will scream if touched. No furniture, wedge doors with poles, broom handles, even stacked books can add resistance. This is biomechanics and psychology. Obstacles slow intruders, noise removes surprise, and hesitation buys you time. You are not building a fortress, you are building seconds, and seconds can mean escape or defense. Every layer of friction you add increases the chance that trouble goes elsewhere. Finally, the mistake of sitting still and letting your body cool, weaken, and sink into passive fear. Immobility drops your metabolism, and cold plus stillness is how shock creeps in. Next step, move with purpose, small exercises, controlled pacing, keeping blood flowing without sweating. No space, do isometric holds, clench muscles, stretch, keep circulation alive. The biology is clear. Muscle activity produces heat and keeps oxygen moving, preventing that heavy, fading feeling. You are a heat engine, not a statue, and engines that stop running get cold fast. Stay warm, stay alert, and you are still in the fight. Now comes the mistake that ends families quietly. Assuming help will arrive before your supplies and strength run out. In a city-wide blackout, emergency services are stretched thin, and you may be invisible for days. Next step, plan your endurance, ration food, water, and light like you are already on day 3, not day 1. No proper rations, divide what you have into daily portions and hide the rest to avoid mindless eating. An adult can survive weeks without food but only days without water and warmth, and stress burns calories faster. This is survival biology, not optimism, and discipline now means strength later. Treat every resource as if tomorrow will be worse, because it often is. Another fatal error is ignoring noise, the soundtrack of collapse that tells you when danger is moving. Shouting, breaking glass, engines, footsteps in stairwells, these are early warnings, not background sound. Next step, establish listening periods, absolute silence, and take turns with your family to monitor the building. No quiet room, use the bathroom or hallway where echoes carry, and put your ear to walls or floors. Sound travels through structures, and low-frequency vibrations can be felt before they are heard. The physics is simple. Solids conduct waves better than air, and your body is a sensor if you let it be. Awareness buys time, and time buys options. Then there is the mistake of letting fear fracture your group, turning you against each other when unity is your shield. Stress makes tempers short and decisions sloppy, like a crew arguing while the ship takes on water. Next step, assign simple roles. One watches, one manages heat, one handles water, one cares for the children. No formal plan, use common sense and rotate to avoid exhaustion. Psychology matters here, structure reduces panic and gives the brain something solid to hold. A calm, organized group conserves energy and makes fewer deadly mistakes. Chaos inside your home is as dangerous as chaos outside. Another trap is trusting rumors and half-information, chasing shadows instead of facts. In a blackout, misinformation spreads faster than fire, and bad decisions follow it like smoke. Next step, verify before acting, use radio if available, cross-check with neighbors quietly, observe before you move. No radio, use visual signals from distance, smoke, traffic patterns, emergency lights to read what is really happening. The brain under stress loves simple stories, but reality is complex and unforgiving. Critical thinking is a survival tool, as real as a torch or a knife. Think first, move second, live longer. Now comes the hard truth about movement. Leaving too early or too late can be equally fatal. If your building becomes unsafe, fire, flooding, or violence, staying turns from shelter into trap. Next step, prepare a go bag, documents, water, food, warm layers, first aid, all in one place and ready to grab. No backpack, use a suitcase, a shopping trolley, even pillowcases tied into slings. Weight matters. An adult can comfortably carry around 20 to 25% of body weight. More slows you and burns energy fast. The science is biomechanics and fatigue, and overloading yourself is like running with a parachute. Be ready to move, but only when staying is clearly worse. In the end, the last mistake is believing you are helpless in the dark, a victim waiting for rescue. You are not a candle, you are a furnace. You are not prey, you are a problem for the cold and the chaos. You trapped heat, secured water, stayed invisible, managed fire, guarded energy, and organized your people. That is not luck. That is applied survival science and brutal common sense. The blackout did not break you. It tested you, and you answered with preparation instead of panic. Remember this feeling, because systems fail but skills stay, and those who stay sharp live to see the lights come back on.